Feeling good.
We're back live again. We've got our good friend Garrett here from Kyser.
From Kyser, yes, the only capo company.
Kyser Capo.
There are many great ones, but we consider ourselves, the first, because we are the first trigger-style capo, reliably handcrafted in Texas. So
I won't even say dirty words of the other companies,
No,
but I
we
must
won't
say
mention
that you guys do what I wish every manufacturer would do, is you support the local artists.
Yes.
And I think that's a beautiful thing, and I want to tell you right now, thank you for doing that.
Thank you.
Especially in this time that we're in.
I'm new to the team, so I haven't been a part of that force, but I'll pass on the thank you as well. I'm excited to be part of it. I've been with the company for off and on for 2 years now as kind of an intern, and I just started kind of full-time as a marketing assistant on the marketing team, and I've been really excited. I've got to go to NAMM with them a few times,
Nice.
And then also now I kind of just do, kind of like what y'all are doing, I do audio stuff for them as well. When they do artist series, which are really fun. I believe y'all are coming on the artist series here soon.
We are, yeah.
Totally excited about that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys want to know?
Man, go ahead.
I want to know that, okay, so this is something I recently learned. So all the different colors and styles that you guys come up with, I mean, what inspires it? Because there are specific, like the camo capo, that is giving back to the vets.
Oh,
our
Guitars for Vets series?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you have many of those different type or different signature capo kind of things. So tell me a little bit about the variety.
That just kind of stems from people we meet as well through trade shows like this.
Okay.
For Guitars for Vets, our owners, Meredith and Scott, they both have huge hearts and they care for different, for different places and different people, and so they do capos like that where a certain amount of the proceeds go towards the company or the nonprofit that's going towards it. And then just random colors, like we have a capo that's not affiliated with any kind of nonprofit. Like that's just something that people ask for. They're like, hey man, you guys should make this, and then we think about it, we're like, we probably would. We've heard that quite a few times, so maybe we should and make some people happy.
Well, can I ask a quick? And you may have to take this back to the guys.
Okay.
But have you thought about doing a signature capo? Like if I were to tell you the capo that I want, because I like your orange one that has the orange, bling on it.
Oh yeah.
But I play 12 string.
Right.
So I kind of like to have a black one with diamonds. Fake
You have
diamonds.
a black plain 12 string
Well,
one.
it doesn't have the bling bling.
The bedazzle.
See,
Oh
yeah,
my
I'd
gosh.
like to bedazzle, and then maybe make it the Kirby's signature.
Well, guess what
We have a
capo I
Jeff Tweedy
use?
signature.
You
so,
do?
Yeah.
Oh, you
and
have done some signature.
We've done
items.
signature for different artists.
Yeah, the purple one that I use is the Lauren Alexander Groove
I had no
podcast.
idea. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not saying go out here and spam us and do this, but there are certain people and opportunities that we would love to do custom capos for. So, like for different artists, we do custom capos for touring artists mostly.
Sure.
And so we'll just print like their logo on the other side that our logo's not
Sure.
on. And they can send us different custom things. I just learned how to do that, and so now I've just been having fun with it, putting random stuff on capos, which has been really cool. And then just reaching out to people. Some people I found on Instagram. Winslow Music, I don't know, the husband and wife duo on Instagram.
Cool.
I just
Yes.
reached out to them, and hopefully we'll get them some product as well. But it's just one of those things where we're kind of testing the waters, see
Yes.
what we want to do with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say it's in the air that we might do that one day, but I'm not going to say that's not.
Yeah.
I didn't think about there being a difference in a 6-string and a 12-string. But
Big difference.
Yeah.
It mattered, and I was skeptical at first. I was like, come on, whatever.
So when it comes to the different kinds of capos, like some people think, oh, I only need one capo. And although that may be true, and you can definitely make it work, it's not necessarily designed. An acoustic guitar requires way more tension than an electric guitar.
Oh, yeah.
And so our springs are specially calibrated for that. Now there are adjustable capos that you can get out on the market, but that's just another break point when it comes to durability.
Okay.
If it's like a spring that's on there, our spring is, specifically set for a certain tension. So
Got it.
we have a Fender radius. We partnered with Fender 2 years ago now. And so we have a custom Fender radius capo that also is adjusted to the tension required for that guitar. And so our acoustic guitars have a higher tension. And this is also something we're changing this year. We've recalibrated our just standard acoustic strings. because back when the company was started in circa 1984, guitars had way more tension.
It was different.
It was different, and now guitars are more, machine made and calibrated.
They're a little easier to play.
I would say way easier to play. My first guitar that I got was like a Yamaha from the 90s, and that thing was like playing barbed wire. That's what it felt like for the longest time. So it's not a huge difference, but it's just something that the company's doing to adjust and to care for our people. We hear that people say, maybe, I love your capos, but my guitar goes out of tune. That happens with pretty much every capo when you put it on, and you may have to adjust your tuning.
That's normal.
But making it easier on the working musician who's on stage and doesn't want to have to retune when they put their capo on, that's kind of the goal with that. So,
got it.
Well, I have to tell you that I did not know. I don't remember if it was Wesley Pruitt or somebody told me when I was putting my capo on, there's a way to do it. You don't just slap the bad boy on there. You put it on the strings and then release the spring and let it hold in place. Is that correct information?
I guess I would have to see what you're talking about. So here's how I say it. Okay, keep it open and kind of guide it right above the fret.
Yes.
Just right above the fret.
Yeah.
Clamp it down, and then
Jed clamp it.
Yeah.
Then you're good.
I wouldn't say like slap it down on there. I'd like slowly, because that's definitely gonna mess with intonation and tuning and stuff.
I agree.
I mean, I was just like going crank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why doesn't it sound perfect like Wesley Pruitt? And so he was like, wait,
I wish we could all sound like Wesley Pruitt.
Exactly. Yes.
Well,
but the physics of cutting a string, that is this tuned to this long is the frequency that it plays, and then cutting it to get to a different frequency. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just science. It's not rocket science, but it's just science.
Right.
Well, the thing that's cool about it to me is it'll put your mind, if you play in just those standard chords all the time, you're going to get bored. And then some people, when they're learning bar chords, it's tiresome.
I have a baby first finger. I can tell you that right now.
Well,
it's a little baby.
And not to mention, once you get your capo on, and let's say you just put one in a random place and you write a song, you can do it.
Yeah.
You just have to find out where you're at, and then now your mind is working on some different chords, maybe,
C sharp.
Maybe C sharp. Yeah, maybe, or D flat.
Well, I look at capos in two ways. So some people think a capo's a crutch, or you don't know how to play this, you don't know how to play that. It's like training wheels. Okay, it's not a crutch necessarily. It's helping you get somewhere. It's an enhancement.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, it can become a creative tool.
Yeah.
Because you can use a capo for more than just playing bar chords and stuff like that. You can get partial cut capos and also learn how to, play in different tunings. Or we have a drop D capo where the low E string is left off. So you can do drop D tunings and have a capo on while not having to retune. And then some people play with like two shortcut capos, and they'll vary where the cut capos are on the guitar.
Wow, that's a good idea.
So like the bottom three strings will be, low, and then they'll put the capo up higher for the top three strings.
That's true.
Or they'll just put a full capo on and then a cut capo somewhere else.
That is cool.
I think Chris Tomlin, he does that for some stuff.
That's
and
awesome.
Then
Doyle Dykes has this thing where he'll play, and then he's in a certain key, and I want to say it's Mason Williams somewhere. And then to change what he's doing, he takes the capo and flicks it, takes it off, and he's 5 steps higher, 3 steps higher or lower. And changes the key, and it's just
modulation.
It all happens at once. It's a really good idea.
I think there's so many creative ways you can use capo in your performance.
Yeah, there is. And also, luthiers will use capos when working on guitars as well to hold strings in place or to adjust tension or whatever. And so it's really neat to see all the different uses for a capo. We've got some funny stories of non-traditional uses for capos. More recently, we had a band send us kind of a letter in the mail with a Polaroid picture of a capo holding their front bumper on because they were in an accident on the way to a show.
Hey, but if you've got it.
Yeah, they had a capo and it held it some like 4-hour drive or something like that to wherever they were going.
Garrett, I don't know what it is, but since we've had our music hall, and it must be because Kyser's in the area. I don't know. There are more capos than any man could want.
The people tend to leave their capos.
They do their show, and for some reason the capo's like.
I'm thinking about having like a little basket. Like,
that would be awesome.
Come in, artist, check and make sure you didn't leave your capo here last time.
Lost and found capos.
But I use them sometimes because they're left there.
Instead of C47s, they're better.
Right. Well, so recently I sent custom capos to an artist named Jude Smith, who I'm a huge fan of. He's on Instagram.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, can I send you some capos? I've been following your stuff. I got to meet him at NAMM, too, and gave him some non-branded capos. And he goes, can I just get some with my name on it so I know who's stealing them? So if I see them using my capo and it has my name on it, I know who's stealing them. I was like, I've never looked at it that way. That's a good way to do it. So, but I really enjoy working for Kyser. It's been a really fun experience. They definitely care about their community a lot.
They do.
I also work at a radio station, and before I got this job with them, I got to sit down and interview them and just kind of hear the story, which was just an amazing story about how the company came to be.
Now, are you allowed to talk about the other entities that you're affiliated with?
I want to hear the story about how the company came to be.
Let's do it. So Milton Kyser, who started the company, was a second grade dropout. And basically one day he went home and told his mom that I would rather work on the farm than go and learn at school. And so he went into engineering and was working in a factory, and on his lunch break he would play banjo and he would play with capos, at the time. And capos at the time were like you'd screw them on or tie them on.
Oh, yeah.
It was not quick.
Yeah.
No.
And so it was more of you'd put it on there and you'd make sure that you played songs in the same key. And so he started, tinkering with the idea of a quick change capo that was a trigger style, like a clamp, which is, what a capo is pretty much nowadays. Yeah. And so he started on his lunch breaks just skipping lunch and using the machines at the factory to make capos. And then he was taking these capos that he would make to concerts, and he would give them to the artist. He would take a picture of them, and then he would go to a guitar store and say, hey, such and such artist has been using this. Do you guys sell this? Do you guys know where I can find this? And then they would end up calling the number for Kyser Capos and placing an order. And it was just real guerrilla marketing at the time.
Now that's grassroots. That's the way. I love that.
And I love it just because I think it's such a cool story of, just ingenuity, but also just the bravery he had to just go up to artists and be like, hey, use this. I believe one of the artists was George Strait. I think he was like one of the first ones that he got. And he literally just rushed to the stage and was like, use this. And I think that you can, Meredith, Scott, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he pushed through bodyguards to go give this to him and stuff. So that was pretty
hilarious.
neat. And now George Strait is one of our artists, and so that's really cool.
Excellent.
We have a huge artist list. It's listed on our website as well. I don't know how deep I can get into that.
Definitely. I mean, give us the website.
So it's kysermusical.com. You can also search for capos on there. We have a find a capo tool. So if you just go to the website, if you want a partial capo like we talked about, they have the drop D, they have the cut capos. But also, I would say kind of be aware of what you're looking for. If you're looking for an electric guitar, make sure that you buy an electric guitar capo. And then also, if you're playing mostly acoustic, get the color you like too, because maybe that'll help you pick up your guitar more,
And maybe it'll help you not leave it.
Yeah, and maybe not leave it too. If you get like a neon or a bright red capo, you probably won't lose it as much, right?
I think if Andy, I don't know who left that orange one with the bling.
I love it.
But it's now Andy's.
Yeah.
It travels around.
But it's
with
not
him.
a 12-string one, so I use it on my 6-string. So, I'm pushing for that,
You got
black with the
glue some diamonds on it.
No. I want it to come from Kyser.
So to those watching, this is what we're talking about. If you don't know what a capo is, I'm going to pull it out of the packaging
Go
here
for
real
it.
quick.
Yes.
A little ASMR of the crisp opening.
Nice.
There you go. So this is our newest one that's been released. It's abalone. It's
beautiful.
Changes color and lights. I feel like she might be able to show better, but also it is just, this is my favorite one that we have. I think it's the most beautiful. First of all, and if I lost that, I would be a lot more mad than if I lost just regular black capo.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's beautiful. We've got some more coming out this summer. I don't know what I can talk about. Just be on the lookout next week on our Instagram.
Wow,
we'll make an announcement.
I'm going to walk close to the camera.
Okay.
Walking close with the capo. Careful, don't harm yourself. This is a Kyser Capo.
This is a Kyser Capo.
Abalone.
I would like to say, if you don't know, we have a guaranteed for life policy. So if your capo does break, which is a once in a lifetime, once in a blue moon type thing, just send us an email. We'll either fix it or send you a new one. We've had people that have had a capo since, 1980 something, and they'll say, hey, I really love this capo. This capo means a lot to me. Will you just fix this exact one and send it back? And we've done that,
Wow.
So
well, you get
about a commitment.
I understand.
Right? To a capo.
Well, you wear the same underwear you want to win.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Have you changed your underwear today?
Well, this is
I was nervous about this, so I'm wearing my lucky underwear.
Yeah,
I don't know if I can
this
say
is
that.
game weekend. What we call, this is an away game for us.
Yeah,
so
it is.
You got to wear your special clothes.
Oh my gosh.
Next year, if you come to the Dallas Guitar Festival, we'll have some fun surprises that I don't know if I can
Awesome.
talk about. Just keep your eyes peeled when you
Okay.
come see our booth. And if you're listening now and you're here at the Guitar Show, come see us at booth 708.
708. So when you walk in the front door, you're just going to take a left, hang a left.
Yep.
And then go all the way to the end like you're going to go to the bathroom. But before you do that, take a right and you'll see Kyser right there.
That's
You sure
right.
will.
That's
Thank you guys so much. Anything else?
I enjoyed it. Well, tell me about what else you're doing other than Kyser.
So for our East Texas friends, I work at 99.7 KVUT. I have a podcast there called Roots to Branches where I interview just different kind of accomplished people in the East Texas community.
Absolutely.
And then also I co-host it with my friend Nathan Witt, who he does the Roots part where he talks to students and just young people who are kind of just have a story to tell about their life and how college is kind of a milestone for them because it's through the university.
Okay.
And it's just something we're really passionate about. I also do a 1-minute segment that runs like 4 times a day on the radio with them. It's all pre-recorded, but it's just a weekly announcement for the East Texas community, the Tyler community. And Kyser Capo is also made in Canton, which isn't too far.
No.
So handcrafted, man.
That's right.
We just keep it in East Texas. I love East Texas.
East Texas rocks. So
really
please
does.
visit Kyser Capo booth here at the Dallas International Guitar Show, and also visit them at kaisermusical.com.
Yes.
And then go like and subscribe to all this gentleman's podcast and whatnot.
Totally do that.
Yes.
Garrett is an amazing person on his own. I can tell.
Yeah,
We're gonna
thanks
talk
for all
about
you're
that.
doing for East Texas,
Thank
man.
you.
I appreciate it.
Really passionate about community, and Kyser is too. You can definitely tell. And so I think it was kind of me being a musician. I wanted to I didn't know if playing was for me necessarily. I did that for a while. I gigged, went to school for music, and then kind of got connected with Kyser and found my little corner of the music industry that I could participate in, and I'm really happy. I love it.
Well, you
Great
got
company.
a good story. You got
Thank
a good
you.
story. And, I think that's what Kate and I are trying to do with what we've got here is, everybody has their story and it's unfolding.
Yeah.
And they're all trying to get to the next level, whatever that level is.
Right.
Yep.
And so we're kind of seeing our visions of continuing to play and help others do the same thing and get some sort of success out of it. Whatever.
I love that.
Whether or not it's monetary or just being able to play your music,
It's a community service.
It
we want to
is
keep sharing,
community.
with people like you and like Kyser, and we're just real excited that you're here and appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you guys for
Garrett, very
having
much.
me.
All right,
Appreciate
you guys, we'll be back soon with somebody else. Just tune in. See you next time.
All
See ya.
right.